Uh, 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 uh. I gotta make this video for my friend because apparently girls can't do stuff. Women can't do stuff, you know. It's pretty sad. You need a man to show. Just kidding. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me open StreamYard. So if you want to make a shorter video from longer videos, let me share my screen. Oh, you're in the other chat. Oh, here. You people. Oh. You people. Okay. Just kidding. Obviously. Hopefully that's obvious. Hey.
Really have to do this live? That's just lame.
Yes, we do. That'd be much funner.
Yeah, okay. That's really fun. Let's just totally humiliate my friend by showing people how stupid she is. That's great. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Jamie.
I'm busting your ego down a little bit. That's all. I'm just looking out for you.
Yeah.
Okay, you use StreamYard, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So do you know how to download videos off of StreamYard?
Yeah, I have it already down. I already downloaded. I can't follow basic instructions in English.
She is in college. She's in university. She's getting her advanced degrees. Okay. Oh, so you already have that. Okay, so let's see. Now, do you have Windows 11?
Yeah.
Okay, have you ever used Clipchamp?
Once or twice, but.
So if you go into Clipchamp like this, let's see. Mine's right here in Clipchamp right here.
Yeah, it's open already.
Okay. And then go import media.
What?
And then you can find get the video downloaded that you want.
I got the video downloaded. Yeah.
And now to get it into Clipchamp, right? What you get? I'm saying, like, when you're open Clipchamp, create new video. Do you see my screen? Let's see. Yeah. Like when you go into the starting, you open it up, go create new, right there. Then it's a new thing.
Yeah, it's given me a whole bunch of do this, don't do this, whatever. Here's the thing, and whatever's in the nuts and
okay. So many
option stuff. Okay, so that's uploaded.
Okay, and then just hit the import media there.
Yeah,
and then drag in the video. Then drag in the video, and I'll bring in a video. So that's this is just how I do it. And then let's see if I can find a good one here. That I'll just use my Ambee and Nick video. So then once it's in there, I don't know how familiar you are with this. I'll just assume you don't know anything, and then you do once that downloads or uploads into this, then you can just drag it into down here. See that?
Yeah.
And now if you want to make shorts, is what you would do is size here at the top in the middle, I think. So you can change it to vertical or square, change the format of the size of the screen. See that? See how I did that? Right there. Size.
Crop. Okay, wait. So, but mine says crop fit. Is that what you mean by size? No.
Yeah, mine's probably just updated or something. This is brand new to me too.
Picture in picture, new option. So
okay. Do you have is there a thing on your upper right of your Clipchamp screen that shows like different sizes up to the right hand part of the screen, or no?
Hang on.
Like if you look on my screen, it used to be right here under the export button. And you could just change the format of the size of the screen It was right under the export on the top right. Looks like it just on mine. You may not have the updated version or something.
I don't really ever use this, so I don't know. Like I usually use to create my stuff, I usually use Canva.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have Filmora that I was doing some back when I was editing videos briefly until Warren convinced me it was a terrible idea because it's a lot of work.
Oh.
This is what mine looks like.
Okay, now what's that thing in the middle above your screen there in the center? What's that say?
Yeah, it says crop and fill, and then
okay, unselect your screen. Unselect it real quick. Yeah.
Oh, size. Okay.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. There you go. So the vertical would be for making shorts.
Okay.
So like if you do that, if you click that really quick, it'll show you what it's going to look like. And then once you get that, now then you can recenter your, depending on how you want to make shorts for phone use. For if you're doing a short, I would use the vertical if you're going to do the phone. So it'd have to be like 1 minute or less long clips. And then you can adjust the picture in picture to make it fit how you want it to. You can zoom in on it or whatever.
Okay. So if I was going to do that, oh, okay.
Yeah. And then you can go in there and zoom in on your thing if you want with the size issue and all that. Like that's just the format essentially. I mean, if you want it to just be like your regular videos in its format, like this right here, now you can just chop it up, whatever section you want. Like just let me see, like move the line, like click the line down there, and I don't know how familiar you are with it, right? And then once you stop there, like say you want it there, you can hit play to find the spot you want, and then right where you want it to. So if you wanted it to start right there, and you can keep track of the time, and then if you want to cut it right there, you would leave that line there, and then select the film strip there on the bottom, and then click on the film strip down there, assuming wherever you want to cut it. Once you select the film strip by selecting it, down on the bottom there, just click on it, the strip of film.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to actually make a cut there, but let's
yeah, then you can cut it. Yeah, there you go, like that sort of thing, and stretch it out and move it around. That's pretty much it. And then once you're done, you would export it, and you can test fit, watch it. And then the upper right there, you just hit export.
Which one do I want though? 48? No. Yeah, 480 or 720?
Yeah, 1080.
And 80.
If you pay for it, you can get 4K, but yeah,
I don't want to do that. I don't want to save it to OneDrive. I hate OneDrive.
I know, me too.
So I want to disconnect that.
There you go. Yeah, so if you want to name it something, you can go up there and click on the title there. It says untitled video.
Okay.
And then you can change the name. So it'll download as that, so you can find it in your, wherever it saves it. And then you just upload it in YouTube, that sort of thing. You can see it going through the video on the right, and as it's downloading in the bar under your name, the name of it there.
Where?
That's the idea.
Oh, okay.
Right there. That's how long. So that obviously the higher resolution, the longer it takes.
Well, it's downloading. Why is it downloading so much of it? Because it's saying like it's showing because that's the whole video. I didn't want the whole video.
No, it's
not.
Yeah, we'll stop it then. I didn't see what you left in there. Yeah, you got to. Okay. Yeah, it pretty much left the whole thing. So you want to right click the parts you didn't want in there, like right click on section, delete.
Isn't that going to like destroy the video though?
No, because you use the original one you downloaded will still be in your computer. You just copied it into this program there under the import. So this is a totally new file.
Okay.
So you'll still have the original file as it is on the left there up in the import section. Now you're editing a totally new thing. It'll still be in your StreamYard, and if you downloaded it off StreamYard into your hard drive, the original, that will still be there. This is a new thing, a new file that you're editing and making a new file. Get what I'm saying?
Right, but it's telling me that it won't let me.
Whatever.
Uh-oh, I don't know what it did now. Now, see, it just kicked me out again.
Okay, go to.
So
See that?
how do I
see there? Now scroll down. The right there, your videos.
Oh,
It's that
okay.
one. It'll still be that one.
Okay.
Should be anyway, unless it got.
So, but that's the whole thing again. That's not.
Right.
I
So,
just want that. So,
which part do you
so
want?
then I just delete
There you go.
that.
Yeah. Now grab the
Then-
piece you want and drag it to the front, and then test
Okay.
out if that's what you want. And by the way, you can extend that section, and it'll bring back whatever you cut off if you need to. By stretching out the ends of it, would bring back what's cut off there. If you get what I'm saying.
Okay.
So yeah, and then you can test it by playing it. And now that's what will download when you export it. When you hit export up there.
Oh. For some reason, it doesn't
do that
want to.
randomly. You need to reset.
No, because I'm trying to make it so that it. Hang on, let me try this something again here. Hang on. Okay, so that I think is just, that's just the 5 minutes of that, which is too long for a short, but
right.
I'm just trying to test this out. So, okay.
And then if you want to make one like that's a minute or less, which is those get a lot of views, and you need to do that. Zoom in on your thing, like you can zoom in on yourself or whoever or your guest, and then change the format. And then if it's less than a minute long, when you upload that video into YouTube, it'll automatically recognize it as a short.
If
you do what I first showed you by changing the size, no, just up in the middle there, the ratio there. Yeah. If you do that, that sets the format to like a shorts type. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then see, now you can grab that, click on it, the square, the video part. Yeah. And now you can stretch it out and do all that to make it fit. Of course, it'll zoom in on your video, but to make it fit that screen. Yeah. See? And then you can grab it and adjust it where you want it into that format. If you want him on there. Yeah. You can add text and all that to it if you wanted to, and background graphics. And I could show you how to do that sometime or whatever, if you don't know how already, but, so yeah, then you'd want to cut it down to, if it's a minute, they may have changed it to 3 minutes now, but if you do that and then you export it to your hard drive and then you upload it to YouTube, it will recognize it as a short and just put it in your shorts. That's at least from my experience, it happens. So.
Okay.
Those get a lot of, yeah. What's up?
I don't know. I'm trying to make it just a minute.
Okay.
That's really short. Like I can't even make it that small.
Okay. Now you can zoom in so that, see the bottom right of your screen there? Way down. Yeah. It's the plus sign there. Zoom in.
Oh,
see.
Okay.
Keep going. Keep going. And then you'll see, then you'll see the length there. I can't read
Okay. So it looks like, that's a minute 45. So that's really tiny.
Yeah. The purple there is telling you how long that little section is. You just have it that long because you got to put it at the beginning. You got to grab it and move it to the very beginning. Yeah. Like that.
Oh, okay.
It had all that. It's got all. See, now you can zoom back out on the bottom right there. So you can,
this is now too complicated for me. No, you
can reshorten it too.
But this assumes that this is not my area of gifting. That's for sure.
You're not saved.
I'm more saved than you, but
fine.
Mm-hmm. I go to church on Saturday and Sunday. I'm more saved than you. Okay, so that's 63 seconds.
Okay, shorten it to 60. I don't know. I think they've made it longer now to like 3 minutes for shorts. I forget. So I'm sure that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. And then you can make it bigger so it fills the whole screen if you want. That's not 63 seconds. It's like 6.63 seconds.
Oh. Well, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, what does it say there?
Okay.
That's like 1 second. 0.1 point something seconds there. See that on there? I can't really read your screen. It's too small, but
Well, I can't make it any
zoom
bigger.
back out, like on the bottom right there. Make it a little bigger. Now stretch it out and then see now.
Now, how do I tell? That's a
That's
second. Okay.
1 second point. That's milliseconds after the period there.
Okay, because I can't tell time either. So, is that just going to stretch that out and make it like
zoom out? You zoomed way in. You zoomed way in. That's the problem. There,
okay, so that's 4 seconds.
This is the Mandelbrot set thing.
This is okay.
Like Josh
this
was
is
talking
not.
about.
This is why people pay people to do this. That's what this is. Because I'm just terrible. Like this is.
So you can like watch the video in stream and find the spot you want and then cut it up from there is the easiest way to do this. You know what I mean? Like,
so that's 59 seconds.
Can you? I don't hear him. Do you hear him?
What? I'm listening to Spencer. But
okay, good.
Okay.
I mean, obviously you can fine tune what exact part you want, but if you want to just like try this out, just export that because it's only that's under a minute.
Okay. Okay, so I want to. I don't want it to go. If I just want it to go to my computer.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because this wants it to go out. Because it was going to send it to OneDrive, which I absolutely hate OneDrive. But, okay, that's not going to. Okay, so it's just going to go.
Sure. Just let it be. There's a season for everything. Right now, you're in a season of downloading it to whatever that is. Tomorrow could be different.
Okay, so
click on the save to your computer real quick.
Okay. Why does it want me to do that twice?
I don't know. I'm not that good. But if you click on save to your computer, you'll be able to see where it saves it. Because I'm not sure where it's.
Well, it's going to my desktop.
Okay, if you already know,
which is where I want. Well, it didn't download yet. I'm just like, okay.
It went
so now
somewhere.
It's downloading. It went to my desktop.
It's done downloading. It finished.
Yeah. So it is
saved to your computer. I don't know if that means it's not.
It's on my desktop right there.
You see it? Okay, I can't see it, so that's fine.
Oh,
okay, good.
Now
you just go into YouTube and upload and throw that in there.
Okay, so hang on. This is going to require. Okay.
You don't have to share your screen if you don't want to.
Well, I don't need people to be in my.
People can look at all my stuff. I don't care. Because
I do what? So upload video, and then I can just wait. Hang on a second. You're not saved for making me do this. That's what.
I'm earning my salvation by helping you.
Okay.
Helping the poor in spirit.
So then but I don't want to post that. It's just a test.
Okay. Then don't. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, if you don't want to support Spencer, I get it.
I'm just kidding. Sometimes I really hate you. Okay. So because I would rather, if I'm going to upload something, I want it to be like, because this is just the random whatever.
Well, what you'd want to do obviously is just go into a new one, bring in that whole interview, and then listen to it, and you can watch, skip through it if you want and find the spot you want, then cut it down, then delete the rest parts, and then like that. That's the fastest way to do it. Obviously, you get what I'm saying. You can review the video in the Clipchamp and click around to find the spot whatever part you want to clip.
Okay. Can you see that now?
Yeah.
What, the upload thing?
There you go.
Okay. Okay, because I just want to. It's just a test.
Change the name. Yeah. Test short. Yeah. There you go. That'll be what it says. Yep. Spency.
But
You can put that in the description, Dr. Spence. And then Doctor cares a lot. Nice man. Good man.
oh, and yeah, Spencer's a good dude. Okay, but I'm not sure I want to post that one for my first short.
Well, you're playing with fire then right now. Just do it and then just then you'll be like, that's where it works. It's all right. It's just a clip of him talking from your video. So yeah, next.
Yeah, no, it's not made for kids.
At least not maybe cool kids, but for Jesus. But okay.
Maybe. Okay. Do I want to add a related video? I don't want to add a related video, do I?
Just click.
Hang on. I gotta read before I click. It's like the terms and conditions. I have to look at them first.
My son, the thing, and let's go.
Okay.
I'm kind of an idiot. And then hit public, or you can premiere it obviously if you want, but public. And then,
I don't need to premiere that. It's just a test, right?
Yeah, publish. Now it'll go up real quick. It's probably already done.
Okay.
There you go. Look at me. I saved another one. My mom, I got another one.
So how do I? Did you get a notification?
Go in there. If you go into YouTube, it'll be under shorts. It should be under shorts.
Shorts.
Maybe not quite yet. I go back. Go into your channel. Go into your.
What?
Hey, look at that. Jamie Russell, top of the list.
That's right. There y'all can see what kind of stuff I watch on YouTube.
It's pretty good.
What, my videos?
Yeah, it'll be in there. It'll just be under your shorts on your click on your up there top left. Just click on your icon. It should take you into your right to your channel.
So nobody's looked at it yet. So go watch it. So that somebody will watch it.
Yeah, I'll just look it up on mine. That's what I'll do.
That's what I say. Did you get a notification? Because you should have a notification from your favorite Old Testament friend here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, because we all know you're not saved, but
okay, here I'll just me and you now.
There.
Let me see if I find it on mine. It didn't click yet, but I'm in like a weird sort of like no man's land out here.
Yeah, where is Batman? We could use some help with this. I'm beyond help. So I got some because I'm still having issues. I don't know if these are going to work, but because I spend so much time in headphones, and it is a problem with because my hair is not long enough to do anything else with it after I chopped it off. So I've got some headbands to try to see if I could get that to help the hair problem, but I'm not sure if I like it or not. I just got them last night, so I'm just testing one out today.
Looks good. It looks good, kid. You look good. Yep, there it is. Testing short. Oh, wow. Absolutely fantastic. Hold on. Yes, this sounds good. Let's see.
So can you play it on your, can you pull it up and does it?
Yeah, I can. Hold on. Take a second. I have to open it in Google Chrome because otherwise it'll be corrupt.
Well, because you're not saved. That's why.
On my, it's a me problem. It's not probably a problem for you, but let's see. It just takes me a second to get it going so you can see what I see.
The race, all of the human race.
Okay. Very good sound. See, I'm almost there. All right, here we go. This is what I see.
Affected by this.
And why
one
does
of the
it
things
echo?
that I discovered as I started to get into that, the effects of the fall and the exile from Eden,
it stopped echoing, right?
Yeah.
It stopped now echoing, right?
Yes, it did.
Okay, yeah, I just had my mic on. That's why.
Oh,
Fred first. Okay. Now it's on. Okay, now it shouldn't echo.
Okay, but I'm not hearing it and seeing it at all.
Is that it was seen as, and by that, I mean specific.
Huh? You didn't hear it?
Well,
You should have heard it. I heard it.
kinda. It's like a stuttering spot at the beginning, but I don't know if that was because it's you or my audio or what. But
I think it's just nah, it's good. It's good. It's up on your channel good. I may have problems trying to show you because of my other issues here on my side end. But it sounds really good. I hope it's perfect. It sounds crisp and high bandwidth. And I know because I'm kind of a musician. Kind of been in the studio before, so I know it's actually quite crisp. He has a good microphone, clearly.
okay.
So there's no loss of quality, it seems to me.
What should I do next
Yes.
on my channel? Because I need to put out a new video. I've got something coming out in a couple of weeks. We're going to do Leviticus Matters Part 2. And then I've got another space video. No. Actually, that's tomorrow. I'm on tomorrow. I'm on that one tomorrow. No, my channel.
Oh. Well, no one sent me a shirt for that one.
I don't have any shirts yet.
Oh, okay. On your show,
yeah. So
you should do that. Aren't you going to do the Daniel thing soon?
I do want to do that. I want to do, but I need to do Torah first. And I think, like, because you have to understand Torah before you try to take on the prophets.
Yeah.
Because the prophets are all about Torah. I mean, the prophets don't until, and this might, some people might not like this, but I don't care because this is the way it works. The prophets don't really say anything new. All they do is how to apply Torah in the situation that they're in at that time. So they're just taking Torah and saying, look, you're not doing this. That's why things suck for you. Do this and things will stop sucking for you. Like, you got to understand Torah to understand what the prophets are saying.
Hello.
Like, so.
And sin is not doing that. That's my opinion. I'll speak for myself. I love hearing people say that who aren't part of my church, because I'm just like, yeah, yes. Isn't it obvious? It should be obvious, people. Like,
people are like, yeah, the prophets are saying all this new stuff. And I'm like, where? Show me where they're saying anything new, because the only one who gets close is Ezekiel. And even that's just reinterpreting Torah.
Yeah, in his circumstance, and you got to like look at where the people are and what's going on and why he's sent with the message he has. Because
right.
for me, and you can fully disagree if you want, I would just say, I permit you to disagree, by the way, because I permit women to do all kinds of things, you know. But I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
it's too late. You're not saved.
Cool. So I permit you to disagree here.
Permit. That's the part I find amusing, that you're permitting me to do something. Like, you could tell me anything.
I know, right?
I permit you to think that you're permitting me to do something. That's what it is.
Now I forgot what I was going to say.
See, diversionary tactics work.
Oh my gosh.
I adore you. Oh my gosh. You have no idea how much I needed something to laugh at, because the last few days have been really difficult. So hanging out around here and laughing with Jamie always makes me feel better.
I think I was just blah 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 blah. You have to keep the Sabbath, something like
something
that.
something about Daniel and Ezekiel, something about Ezekiel and why I'm right. That's what it was.
Yeah. No, yeah. Well, okay, that's what I got. Thank you. The idea is that like the same Jesus of, you know, the New Testament is the same Yahweh of the Old Testament. They're the real God that created everything. And God, like, really loves humans, always has, always did, always wanted them for his family. And the story is actually a true story. God really made humans, and then there's this history, and God's implementing a plan to bring people home. And that same God is the God Jesus represents, who he is.
Right.
oh, you know, and it's like, that's why I always say, oh, you believe in the Trinity, right? Good for you. Like, why does that matter? Well, because this Jesus is this God. And if there's a narrative and it's true and it's a real thing, God actually made us. God's actually saving us. God is actually going to judge the world because he's coming back. And when he does, things are going to be restored. Yes.
How
Yes.
dare you suggest God's going to judge the world? Oh my goodness.
I can't wait.
Day of the, oh my goodness. That's horrible. That's why you're a heretic right there. I'm saying, I'll say it out loud. That's why you're a heretic right there.
Jesus is going to kill people. No, I mean, people are going to be bad boys are getting spanked is what I mean. Say it that way.
Yeah, but that still, I mean, Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness.
Amber, to me, this is the faith. What do you think about that statement? That is the faith.
What do you mean?
The truth of God being the creator and redeeming and loving humans, and the fact that Jesus is coming back and he's restoring things and he's judging evil. That is the faith to me. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Doing what he says and reflecting his love to other humans so that they get saved. This is the faith to me.
I'm saying cackling in glee over the judgment and eternal separation of God by some is horrible. That's what I'm saying. I think we should have a grief and a pity for those who choose that path, not cackling in glee that they are not saved and we are. Like, that's rude. That's just wrong. That to me is
I don't think
arrogance.
you can be a mature Christian and operate that way.
Well, but that's just how you were coming across there. So, you know, I don't think that rejoicing in the downfall of anyone is very Christian.
No, I wasn't rejoicing in that. Just that Jesus is coming back to fix things. That's my mindset. Oh, I didn't realize you were associating that with me. I don't look at God torturing people or anything.
No, it just sounded like, you know, so it just was, there's just this joy of, you know, some people are going to get theirs. And that's just not, to me, anything that should be celebrated at all.
No, my celebration is that no, I don't like the idea of people being snuffed out. I was just thinking like God's going to actually make suffering end, and like pain and suffering and oppression. And the thought of that not happening anymore is what I was totally focused on there.
Well, we have to always remember that to hold in grief those who choose differently.
Sure.
Because I think sometimes we have a tendency in our wanting for things to be different to forget that there are consequences for that. You know, the day of the Lord is a day of joy for those who are the people of God, but it is a terrible day for those who are not.
Right.
So it's a two-edged sword, and that separates those who are God's people and those who are not, and that is that which awaits those who are not God's people. However you view that is not a good thing, and is not ever something that we should take joy in, even with those who we deem the worst of humanity, is still, I think, a permanent separation from God with no hope of reconciliation. Even the worst sinner in the history of the world, I don't think we should rejoice in that.
I'm down with that.
Okay. Just making sure, because you were not sounding that way earlier. So, you know.
Right. No, I don't celebrate the idea of people being killed at all. Like, I was totally thinking of just the idea of restoration is just like,
yeah, I know. That's why I'm bringing it up and pointing it out, because it was a little bit Janet, like
Janet. I haven't been able to get. She sent me. Look at this. Janet is like we joke because my mom's name is Janet. She's like my first online mother. She sent me this, and I can't. I'm still trying to figure out the software for Windows 11. So I got a good. She gets this awesome mic. She's so sweet. Nice. She's helped me out so much in the past and been supportive when people were really hateful. And so thank you, Janet. Love you. Everyone is already separated. We got B.S. Lewis.
Okay.
You can't imagine what his position is, I suppose. The obvious conclusion of divine hiddenness, or he doesn't exist. Well, oh, Amber, let me put you on the spot since B.S. Lewis just made a video about, I call him Poop Lewis, but he made a video about how he was so triggered about the she bears and Elisha. What do you think about that story? How do you think
The
about that story?
she bears and Elisha.
Or no, sorry, not sorry. I just always women and being ripped to shreds just kind of go hand in hand. No, for me.
Excuse me, sir.
Actually,
I really think that okay. So, which before you get yourself in even more trouble, which passage are you talking about?
Go ye up, bald head.
Yeah, which is hang on.
Hold on.
I know which one you're
Them
talking
she
about.
bears.
But,
I mean, I was thinking the bears I got to eat, man. You know, that's kidding.
well, okay, so that is where is that?
I'll look it up. Give me a second.
Yeah, well, that's
All right, BS, tell us what's the verse again. I forget too. 2 Kings 2:23 through 25.
Let me pull that up. Oh my goodness, my stomach's upset.
Mine too. I'll be right back. Keep going. I'll be right back.
2 Kings what?
2 Kings, what did he what? 2:23 through 25.
2. Okay. Okay, that's not what I want right there. I want that. Okay, 2 Kings 2. He went up from Bethel, was going on the way, and young lads came out from the city and mocked him and said, "Go up, you bald head! Go up, you bald head!" When he looked behind him and saw them, he cursed them in the name of the Lord. Then 2 female bears came out of the woods and tore up 42 lads of their number. He went from there to Mount Carmel, and from there he returned to Samaria. So, yeah, don't mock God's prophets. That's a bad idea. I don't know. Let me look this up. I'm going to look at this. Okay. I mean, I'm not sure what what's the question that people have about this? Because I don't know what the question is that I have to address here. So I'm not sure what exactly I'm talking about, other than this is another one of those like quirky, weird things that happen in the Bible. But I'm not sure what's the question after.
Why is God mean?
What does it mean? What do you mean? Why is God mean?
Yeah, there. That's the question.
Uh-huh. Well,
I mean, he sends bears to kill these kids, these poor children who are calling the prophet Baldy.
You're not supposed to mess with God's anointed things. That's a bad idea. Mocking God's anointed things and messing with the things that God has set apart for his use never ends well. And that's what the whole point of this story is. Don't be stupid and mock things that God has set aside as sacred, because you might get eaten by a bear. Like, it's a bad idea to mocking God is not a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many ways to talk about this, I think. And I think you hinted at several of them. You could think of it in there's many possible ways. I would just say you can take kind of a hard approach that God doesn't mess around, even with, and I mean, you can quibble about the age of the people mocking him and their intentions, and what they were trying to stop. You can quibble about what it exactly means that they were mauled.
Well, I mean, all of those things are going to are just angles to look at this. If you look at the whole, if you look at the point, there's a lot of details there that you can argue about this or that, or how old were the boys. Does it matter in the what's trying to be conveyed? Do the age of the lads, does it really matter if they were 10 or 14 or 27? Like, how much does that really matter in the whole idea of the
BS says if he was bald, they weren't lying.
I don't think I said anything about them being liars. Does it say anything that they were liars? It just says that they were mocking him.
Yeah.
It's just the mockery is the problem. It's yeah, mocking the things of God just generally in the pattern in the Old Testament, well, even in the New Testament, mocking God never goes well.
No. Especially not for Americans.
Well, I don't know that that's any. I don't know if you can look at the entirety of human history and say anybody has a monopoly on being an idiot, because we all, every culture on earth has a pretty good way of their own version of being like that. Yeah. So
I think Canada's probably the worst, just because I don't like them very much, but I'm just kidding.
We need to talk about your sense of humor, because that just...
I love Canadians. I was kidding. I mean, they're right there, man. Hugging the border on. They're like looking over my fence constantly, you know? No, I like Canadians. I just think they talk funny.
Well, listen, Saturday, you talk pretty funny yourself, so...
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's diversity. So.
Mm-hmm. Thou who complainest about being made fun of ought not make fun of others. That's what I have to say about that.
Like it's a golden rule or something.
Uh-huh.
B.S. Lewis says he mocked God way more than those kids did. I don't think so. What you might be mocking something way less true than what they were mocking.
Well, and I think that the point of the story there in Kings isn't that if you mock God, you're going to get eaten by a bear. It's not a literal interpretation. We're not literally looking at the story that way. What we're doing is, eventually, if you look at that as the pattern, as the fractal pattern throughout Scripture, mocking God doesn't end well. Eventually, it always will end badly. So there is a cautionary tale of one example that mocking God isn't going to end well. What are you doing? Is that your moose?
No.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Your moose
I'm listening.
like sticking its head in the window?
My cat.
Well, you can make fun of Jamie's mustache all you want. That's fine. There's no actual immediate eternal consequence to mocking Jamie's mustache, other than Jamie just might get his little feelings hurt about mocking him.
I'll be forgiven.
I will absolve all wrong feelings of, like us by saying it's fine to mock Jamie's mustache because there's no eternal implications on your status of being saved or not if you make fun of Jamie's mustache. But
how do you know my mustache is real?
How do you know you're real? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. How do you know that's you waking up every morning, not some other guy?
Exactly. Well, I know I'm not waking up as some other guy every morning, but
I'm waking up as some guy that looks and sounds like me that thinks he's the guy that went to bed last night.
Maybe.
So
how do you know you woke up in the same universe you went to sleep in?
Faith, I guess. Makes sense,
And I don't know, like, Okay, here we go with that word literally again. I really hate that word. I really do.
Yeah, but you must use it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I try to avoid it as much as possible, and I usually only use it when other people do because I hate that word so much. I don't know that for a story to be true, does it have to, if it's trying to portray or tell about a truth, does it matter if it's factually at an accounting of a real event or not? Because if you want to argue that Narnia and the Chronicles of Narnia or Tolkien and the Lord of the Rings have nothing to say because they didn't actually literally happen, they're missing the whole point of narrative. Like, it doesn't, you could argue really that because Narnia and the Chronicles of Narnia books teach us so many wonderful and amazing things, that in that aspect that they actually are true, and I
I'm
don't
down with that.
know. I don't know that if it's an actual historic event or not changes the point of the story. I would tend to say that it is an actual historical accounting of an event, but it's irrelevant because the story that's being conveyed is that pattern of mocking God is a bad idea, which is true
Yeah.
whether.
That's the real truthy truth of that truth of matter there.
Which
And
doesn't
people get
matter
so
if
caught
it's.
up when it's just like, I used to be that way too. I was just like, I think it is literally true, and I would argue for that, and I would fight for that view, and I think it matters. But it's okay to like recognize that defending believing that it actually happened isn't the deepest part of it, even though that matters and it is true, in my opinion.
Right.
Don't pretend like defending that is what the faith is. Understand what the teaching is, what's like transcendently true or universally true, or like I guess just transcendentally true. That's the point. The Bible is all full of that. Like Cain and Abel is an archetype. Yeah, I think it's true. I think Cain killed the first son, brothers, one killed the other one, and that was the first murder in the world. I believe that. But it's also an archetype for like the plight of man or the struggle of man with sin. So,
well, and if you have to take it literally, gosh, I hate that word, but if you have to take it literally,
actually,
then I just sidetracked my own point and forgot what I was going to say. That
you have to take it true.
If it has to be like, if you have to take that to be a historical retelling, that also misses that the Bible itself is a book of theology that happens to use history to tell a story. So it's not a science textbook. It's not a history book as its primary purpose. It will use scientific truths and it will use historical accounting of actual events. But the bigger thing at play is a telling of a story that has massive theological implications. So it is the narrative story that is trying to be told from Genesis 1 to Revelation 22 that really matters. And whether it is historical accountings or it's scientific formulas, that's not its main purpose. And so if it changes the narrative of the story, it really is the thing that matters. But if Jonah was a real guy or not doesn't change the message of the book of Jonah. I happen to think he was a real guy and that really happened, but that doesn't change the message of the book of Jonah. So it really has to be, when you try to make a story something that it isn't, you miss the point of the purpose of if you try to make a choose your own adventure story out of a car manual, that could really go badly because it's not a choose your own adventure story. A car manual is there to tell you how to maintain your car. And if you try to skip all the steps and go straight to the end and then go back to the middle and then go back to the further in the end and then go back to the start, and you're jumping around out of order, you're going to have problems with your car because it's not a choose your own adventure story. So, you have to also keep in mind the intent that that literature or that the book, that story, that whatever it is, has a point and a purpose. And if you try to make it be something that it isn't, then things are going to get missed and going to get misinterpreted. So it really matters what its intention is. And when you misapply its intention, then that's where things go wrong.
Okay, so let's close with this. So this is the I thought this was kind of cute, to be honest. Of course, I'm kind of biased here, but that's what this B.S. Lewis character, that was his thing, because this is just a response to Christians talking about this, right? And he's an atheist and he hangs out or whatever. So
Nice.
he's ha ha ha, right? That guy with the glasses is an atheist as well, and the girl's there. And Tim is like a King James only Baptist, and the two girls there were just like, who cares? Let the bears eat the kids. And it was fun. It was kind of funny, but if you watch the video, B.S. Lewis was like, oh, this is a big deal. God's mean, blah, 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 blah. I'll just be mean and say it that way. But
well, don't be mean and say it that way. That's disrespectful.
No, he's okay with it. He's a joke. He's a serious joker. No, he was just okay. So he was. Let me reset. He thought they were not giving good answers, and he was pointing that out in a serious way to some degree, right? Or he just thinks that, I would say, I don't know, he can answer for himself, but he says, me mocking God and not immediately being killed shows it's not true that people should not mock God, disputing the lesson of the 42 kids. So answer him or what you'd want to say to him, and we'll close it out. Thanks for hanging out. And by the way, switch you back here. I'll let you give the last wise word. Pray for me. I'm interviewing a girl tonight, and I want it to go well. But I want to hear you give the wisdom to this B.S. Lewis man, who I wish would come back to the faith. But
well, all I would say is sometimes there's a conflation between causation and correlation. And one thing doesn't always necessitate the other. Sometimes correlation is just correlation, not causation. So just because there's not a one-to-one, I mocked God on Tuesday at 4:00, and by Tuesday at 4:05, I wasn't eaten by a bear, doesn't mean it isn't true. It just means that what looked like instant consequences in that story might have a delayed consequence for us, because the pattern is God is mocked and then God punishes mockery. Sometimes that is done later we see in the day of the Lord, for those who choose not to be God's people, that is when a lot of God's mockery will finally be held to account. It is not always held to account immediately. Sometimes it is delayed, because God would always choose mercy first and always will choose to give people every opportunity at every second they have breath to change their mind and to return to the loving mercy of God. And so not having instant consequences is sometimes a mercy to let people have a chance to continually wrestle and grapple with who God is and what that means to me if God is real. And because God doesn't want anyone to not be able to dwell with him as one of his people. That's not at all what God wants. But unfortunately, that is the thing that we choose in and of ourselves. And so sometimes the delay that can look like that is not true is God's mercy to give you every chance, every opportunity for as long as you have breath. And that's what I would say.